The battlefield was silent now, a graveyard of broken machines and fallen warriors. Smoke curled into the sky, blending with the ash-gray clouds. Among the wreckage lay a lone figure, an alien soldier, his once powerful body now motionless. His limbs refused to obey him, his muscles locked in an unbreakable paralysis. His people had left him behind. War was cruel, and the strong survived. That was the way of his kind. When the retreat order came, they had taken the wounded who could still fight. But he, paralyzed, useless, was left to die. The alien warrior stared at the darkening sky, his breath shallow. He had no name now, only shame. His claws twitched weakly, but nothing more. He waited for death, for the scavengers, for anything to end this humiliation. Then, footsteps. Not the clicking of his own kind, but the heavy, steady tread of boots. Human boots. A shadow fell over him. A human soldier stood there, armor scarred from battle, rifle slung across his back. The alien braced for the final blow. But the human did not raise his weapon. Instead, he knelt, studying the alien's injuries with sharp eyes. "You're still alive," the human muttered. His voice was rough but not unkind. The alien could not speak, but his gaze burned with defiance. "Kill me," he willed. "Do not let me suffer." The human exhaled, then reached for his medkit. "Yeah, I know what you're thinking. But I don't leave soldiers behind, not even enemy ones." The alien warrior could not believe it. This human was going to help him. As the human worked, injecting stimulants to slow the paralysis, the alien felt something he had not known in years. Hope. The human's hands moved quickly, adjusting the medical injector with practiced ease. The alien warrior watched, his body still unresponsive, but his mind sharp. He had fought humans before, seen their ferocity in battle. Yet this one was different. "This won't fix you," the human admitted, pressing another stimulant into the alien's neck. "But it'll keep you breathing until I can get you somewhere safer." The alien's muscles twitched, a faint ripple beneath his armored skin. He still couldn't move, but the burning numbness in his limbs dulled slightly. His eyes locked onto the human's face, hardened by war, yet lacking the cruelty he expected. A distant explosion rumbled. The human's head snapped toward the sound, then back to the alien. "We can't stay here. My squad's pulling back, and yours is long gone." He hesitated, then slung his rifle over his shoulder. "I'm not leaving you here to die." The alien wanted to protest. His people would never do this for an enemy. To them, weakness was death. But before he could even try to speak, the human hooked his arms under the alien's torso and heaved him up with a grunt. "Damn, you're heavy," the human muttered, shifting his grip. The alien warrior felt a surge of indignation. Being carried like helpless prey was a disgrace. But the human wasn't mocking him. He was just moving. Step by step, away from the battlefield, into the ruins of a shattered outpost. The human's breathing was labored, but he didn't stop. "Name's Jack," he said between breaths. "Figured you should know, since we're stuck together for now." The alien had no name to give. Not anymore. His rank and identity had been stripped the moment he was abandoned. Jack didn't seem to mind the silence. "Yeah, I get it. Not in the mood for talk." He adjusted his grip again, shifting the alien's weight. "Just hang on. There's an old bunker up ahead." The alien's vision blurred at the edges. The stimulants were wearing off. His body was failing again. Jack noticed. "Hey, stay with me." He quickened his pace, boots crunching over debris. Almost there. The bunker was half collapsed, but the reinforced door still held. Jack kicked it open with a boot, then carefully lowered the alien onto a rusted cot. He immediately went to work, rifling through abandoned supply crates. "No meds," he muttered, tossing aside empty containers. But there's power, at least. He flicked a switch, and dim lights flickered to life. The alien's breathing grew shallow. His body was shutting down. Jack crouched beside him, jaw tight. Listen to me. You're not dying today. Not like this. He grabbed a discarded field generator, wires frayed but intact. This might hurt. Before the alien could react, Jack pressed the device against his chest and activated it. Electricity surged through him. His back arched involuntarily, muscles seizing, then, suddenly, his fingers flexed. His claws scraped against the cot. The paralysis was breaking. Jack exhaled sharply. Yeah. That's it. Breathe. The alien gasped, his body trembling as sensation returned. He could move, just barely, but it was enough. His gaze locked onto Jack's, confusion and something else burning in his eyes. Why? Jack leaned back, wiping sweat from his brow. Because no one deserves to be left behind. The alien didn't understand. But for the first time in his life, he wanted to. The alien's limbs still trembled, the aftershocks of the electrical surge rippling through his muscles. He flexed his claws, testing his strength. Weak, but returning. His gaze never left the human, Jack, who was now rummaging through the bunker's scattered supplies. You'll live, Jack said without turning around. At least, long enough to hate me for dragging you here. The alien let out a low, guttural sound, not quite speech, but something between a growl and a question. Jack paused, then tossed a ration pack onto the cot beside him. Eat. You'll need it. The alien stared at the wrapped food. His people consumed different nutrients, but desperation outweighed pride. He tore into the pack with his teeth, the taste strange but not unbearable. Jack watched, arms crossed. You got a name? Silence. Yeah. Didn't think so. Jack sighed, sitting on a broken crate across from him. War takes everything, huh? The alien stopped chewing. His people had names once, before they became soldiers. Before they became weapons. He had forgotten his long ago. Outside, the wind howled through the ruins. The war was still out there, but in this broken bunker, there was only stillness. Jack rubbed his temple, exhaustion lining his face. I had a buddy once. Got left behind on a raid. Enemy lines. They never found his body. His voice was quiet, almost lost in the hum of the bunker's failing lights. Maybe someone like you picked him up. Maybe he's still alive somewhere. The alien studied him. Humans were strange creatures, emotional, irrational. They clung to hope even when there was none. And yet, this human had saved him. The alien forced his voice to work, the words rough and unfamiliar in his throat. Why, help me? Jack looked up, surprised. Then he smirked. So you can talk. He leaned forward, elbows on his knees. Maybe I'm just tired of watching people die. Maybe I'm stupid. Or maybe, he gestured at the alien's slowly strengthening limbs. I just wanted to see if I could. The alien didn't respond. He didn't understand this human's motives, but he recognized something in Jack's eyes, something he had seen in warriors who had lost too much. A flicker of light outside the bunker's small window caught his attention. Not gunfire. Not explosions. Headlights. Jack saw it too. He was on his feet in an instant, rifle in hand. Stay here. The alien growled, forcing himself upright. His legs shook, but he would not cower. No. Jack hesitated, then gave a sharp nod. Fine. But if it's my guys, let me do the talking. If it's yours. He didn't finish the sentence. They didn't have to wait long. The vehicle screeched to a halt outside, and voices, human voices, shouted orders. Jack's grip on his rifle tightened. Then, a familiar call sign. Jack's shoulders relaxed slightly. It's my squad. He glanced back at the alien. You're coming with me. But you let me explain first. Understood? The alien bared his teeth, but after a moment, he dipped his head in agreement. Jack exhaled. Good. Because this is gonna be interesting. He pushed open the bunker door, stepping into the light. The alien followed. The human soldiers outside snapped their weapons up the moment the bunker door opened. Their faces hardened when they saw Jack, then outright hostile when the alien warrior limped into view behind him. Jack, what the hell, barked the squad leader, a grizzled man with a scar running down his cheek. His rifle didn't waver from the alien's chest. You dragging back strays now? The alien tensed, claws flexing. He could take maybe 2 steps before collapsing, but he'd be damned if he died without a fight. Jack stepped between them, hands raised. Stand down, Cap. He's unarmed. Unarmed? Another soldier, younger, twitchy, choked out a laugh. Since when do those things need weapons? The alien snarled, the sound vibrating deep in his chest. He knew these humans feared him. He could smell the adrenaline souring their sweat. The squad leader's finger hovered near the trigger. Explain. Fast. Jack didn't flinch. Found him paralyzed on the field. His own people left him to die. He jerked his chin toward the alien. Look at him. He's no threat right now. The alien hated the words, hated the pity in them. But the human was right. The squad leader's eyes narrowed. And what? You're playing medic now? He'd gut you the second he's able. Maybe. Jack shrugged. But he didn't. Had every chance to. Silence stretched. The alien watched the humans' faces, the way their weapons dipped slightly. Confusion. Uncertainty. The young soldier spat. This is insane. We should. Shut it, Rook. The squad leader finally lowered his rifle a fraction. Jack's always been a damn idiot. But he's our idiot. He glared at the alien. You try anything, and I'll put you down myself. Understood? The alien said nothing. The squad leader took that as agreement. Vehicles got room. But he's your problem, Jack. He turned away, barking orders to the others. Jack exhaled, shoulders loosening. He glanced back at the alien. Told you it'd be interesting. The alien studied the humans loading into their armored transport. Their fear had faded, replaced by wary acceptance. It made no sense. Why? He growled again. Jack wiped dust from his face, leaving a streak of grime. Because today it's you. Tomorrow? He nodded toward his squad. Could be one of them. He held out a hand. Coming? The alien looked at the offered hand. A gesture of trust. Of equality. Slowly, painfully, he reached out. Their claws met human skin. The armored transport rattled over the broken terrain, its engine groaning under the strain. Inside, the human soldiers sat in tense silence, casting sideways glances at the alien hunched in the corner. The air smelled of sweat, oil, and the sharp metallic tang of weapons recently fired. The alien ignored them, focusing instead on the slow return of strength to his limbs. The human stimulants and crude electrical therapy had done their work, but his body still felt foreign, like a machine struggling to reboot. The young soldier, Rook, kept his rifle across his knees, fingers tapping restlessly. So what do we even call it? He muttered. Jack, sitting between the alien and his squad, didn't look up from cleaning his sidearm. Rook blinked. What? He's not in it, Jack said, voice flat. The squad leader, leaning against the opposite bench, let out a slow breath. You sure about that, Jack? Last I checked, these things don't exactly take prisoners. The alien's claws dug into the transport's bench. He understood their distrust. His kind had earned it. Jack finally looked up. Yeah, well. Neither do we, most days. Silence fell again. Then, the alien spoke. His voice was rough, the human language unfamiliar on his tongue. You are right. Every head turned toward him. Rook's grip tightened on his rifle. It talks? The alien ignored him, locking eyes with the squad leader. My people would not spare you. I would not have, before. He paused, searching for the words. But I am here. So I will not attack. The squad leader studied him for a long moment. Then, grudgingly, he nodded. Fair enough. The tension in the transport eased, if only slightly. Jack smirked. See? Progress. Rook rolled his eyes but didn't argue. The alien watched the humans, their strange, shifting dynamics. They bickered, but there was no real malice. Just familiarity. Something his own kind had never allowed. The squad leader pulled out a dented canteen, took a swig, then hesitated before holding it out toward the alien. Thirsty? The alien stared at it. A gesture of sharing. Of trust. Slowly, he reached out and took it. The water was warm and tasted faintly of metal, but it was the best thing he'd ever drunk. He handed it back. Thank you. The squad leader grunted, but the corner of his mouth twitched. Don't mention it. Outside, the landscape blurred past, ruins giving way to open plains. Somewhere ahead lay the human outpost. Safety. And more questions. The alien flexed his claws again, testing. Stronger now. He glanced at Jack, who was watching the horizon with tired eyes. Why? The question burned in his mind. But for the first time, he thought he might be starting to understand. The human outpost rose from the wasteland like a scar, jagged walls of welded metal and sandbags, patrolled by weary soldiers. As the transport rolled through the gates, the alien warrior felt the weight of dozens of eyes locking onto him. Whispers spread like wildfire. Is that one of them? Asterisk. Asterisk. Why the hell is it here? Asterisk. Asterisk. Jack stepped out first, stretching his back with a groan. He turned and offered a hand to the alien. Easy now. Don't want you face-planting after all that progress. The alien ignored the help, hauling himself upright on his own. His legs held, barely. Around them, soldiers froze mid-motion, hands drifting toward weapons. The squad leader shouldered past, his voice a low growl. Everyone chill. It's under watch. He jerked his head toward a squat, windowless building at the edge of the compound. Command wants it secured. Jack, you're on babysitting duty. Jack saluted lazily. Lucky me. The alien followed, hyper-aware of the stairs boring into his back. The building's interior was sparse, a cot, a table, a single flickering light. A cell, then. Just without bars. Jack leaned in the doorway. Home sweet home. For now, anyway. The alien paced the small space, testing his balance. They will not let me stay. Probably not. Jack shrugged. But they won't shoot you on sight either. That's something. The alien stopped, studying him. You risked much. For nothing. Not nothing. Jack tapped his temple. Intel, for starters. You know things about your people's movements. Command will want to hear it. The alien hissed. You think I will betray my kind? I think, Jack said slowly, that your kind left you to rot. He pushed off the doorframe. Get some rest. Someone'll bring food. Try not to scare the poor bastard who does. He left, the door clicking shut behind him. The alien sank onto the cot, claws flexing. He should be planning escape. Gathering intel of his own. Instead, he replayed the human's words. Your kind left you to rot. A truth he couldn't escape. Outside, night fell. The compound quieted, save for the occasional patrol. The alien lay still, listening to the distant hum of generators. Then, footsteps. Not Jack's. Lighter. Nervous. The door creaked open. Rook stood there, a tray of rations in one hand, his sidearm conspicuously loose in its holster. Food. He set the tray down fast, like it might bite him. The alien sat up. Rook flinched. You fear me. The alien didn't phrase it as a question. Rook's jaw tightened. Damn right I do. Seen what your people do to prisoners. The alien eyed the rations, real food, not scraps. Yet you came. Orders. Rook edged toward the door. Then, quieter, and... Jack says you're different. Guess I'm stupid enough to wonder if he's right. The alien picked up a piece of bread, sniffed it. Your Jack is a fool. Rook surprised them both by laughing. Yeah. Yeah, he is. He paused. But he's alive. And so are you. So maybe. He trailed off, shook his head. Just eat. The door closed. The alien stared at it for a long moment before taking a bite. Dawn bled across the sky when the alarms screamed. The alien was on his feet before the first explosion rocked the outpost. He knew that sound, plasma artillery. His people's weapons. Boots pounded outside. Shouting. Panic. The door burst open. Jack stood there, armor half-strapped, rifle in hand. We're under attack. The alien bared his teeth. Your walls will not hold. Yeah, no kidding. Jack tossed him a sidearm. You can hide or fight. Your call. The alien caught the weapon, its weight familiar yet foreign. He'd sworn never to raise arms against his own. But they had abandoned him. And this human, this fool, had not. He stepped into the chaos. The outpost was crumbling. Plasma fire rained down, turning steel to slag. Humans scrambled for cover, for weapons, for the fallen. The squad leader spotted them and roared over the din, Jack. Get that thing to the evac. A plasma bolt took him in the chest. Jack lunged, but it was too late. The alien moved faster, hauling the smoking body behind a barricade. The squad leader gasped, gripping the alien's arm. His last words were wet and desperate, go. Then he was still. Jack's face hardened. He grabbed a fallen grenade belt. The alien understood. Together, they charged the breach. The enemy never saw them coming. The alien fought like a demon unleashed, claws and gun and raw fury. Jack matched him step for step, their backs pressed together as the world burned around them. Rook appeared at their flank, bloodied but alive. Evac's gone. We're. I know, Jack snarled. The alien spotted the advancing wave, his own kin, faceless in their armor. He knew their tactics. Their weak points. He turned to Jack. Give me your blade. No hesitation. Jack handed it over. The alien raised his voice in a war cry his people would recognize. Then he ran toward them. Jack's shout followed him, damn it. But the alien wasn't dying today. And neither were they. Later, when the smoke cleared, the humans stared at the wreckage of the attacking force. At the alien standing amidst the bodies, Jack's knife buried in the last enemy's throat. Silence. Then Rook whispered, "Holy shit." Jack limped forward, retrieving his blade. He studied the alien, bloodied, panting, alive, and grinned. "Guess you are different." The alien spat acid onto the scorched earth. "No." He met Jack's eyes. "You are." And for the first time, the humans didn't look at him with fear. Only respect. Epilogue. The alien stood at the edge of the outpost, watching the sunrise. Behind him, the humans rebuilt. Jack joined him, tossing him a fresh weapon. "Command's got questions." The alien caught it. "I have answers." Jack nodded. "Figured." A pause. "You got a name yet?" The alien considered it. Then, "No." Jack smirked. "We'll think of one." And together, they walked back. Not as enemies. Not even as allies. But as something new.